Hello traders, in this video I'll be making technical analysis and general market review for all the pairs I'm gonna focus on this year 2026. So on my watch list here I have US 100, I have GBP USD, I have XAU USD, and I have BTC USD. So this cut across the four major markets we have, from the indices to the currency to gold, which is commodity, and then crypto. So the first pair I have on my watch list here is US30, and in each of these pair I'll be making a top-down analysis from the weekly time frame. So we review how the market has performed from the weekly time frame, and if possible also look at the monthly time frame before we go to the daily time frame for immediate trend. So here in US 100 we are the monthly time frame, and if we look at the monthly time frame we can clearly see that after we had this major structural break and retest, price has been strongly bullish. Now it is important to note that in each analysis I'll be doing only two things. I will identify the market trend and the market structure. So these are the two things I use to trade. I will identify the trend and also look out for the market structure. So in the market trend for US 100, it is bullish. We see how we are having impulse move, correction, impulse move, correction, impulse move. So this is a general characteristic of a bullish trend. When we are having higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high, it simply shows that the market is trending bullish. And if we check for the structure, we see that in US 100 we had a break of structure around this level. So this simply means that market created a new structural high after this previous all-time high. We had a higher low and we had a new higher high. So the last higher low that the market formed was a retest to the previous resistance, which now turned support. So this simply means that US 100 is trending bullish. And if we take a look at the weekly time frame, we can clearly see that market is trending bullish, but we had here as the new all-time high. After that we had a pullback. All right, so if this is a higher low, then logically market is going to push further to continue the bullish trend. So from the weekly time frame, it is very important to keep in mind that we just had some form of pullback right here. So we are going to visualize that pullback in the daily time frame to have a better understanding of that pullback. Okay, also if we take our Fibonacci tool and measure this market, let me clear all the drawing. If we pick our Fibonacci tool and measure this impulse from this lowest point to this highest point, if we pick our Fibonacci tool and measure, we can clearly see that 23.6% Fibo retracement level is where we had that recent higher low. So if that level is to serve as a higher low, then logically price is going to push and break the structure to make a new high. That means trend continuation. So let's keep that in mind and scroll down to daily time frame. Here in the daily time frame, we can clearly see that that level is a very clear structural level of previous resistance turn support. Price previously reacted that level as a resistance, and right here it is turning as a support. So it is a valid key level. Also in the daily time frame here, we can clearly see that market is stuck in form of symmetric triangle. Okay, so this is the pattern that the market is forming from the daily time frame. So we are yet to see the market break either to the upside or to the downside. But one thing we have in mind is if this level is to be a higher low, then once price is able to break out of this symmetric triangle, we are going to form a higher high. So price is still indecisive in US 100. We are yet to see a directional move from the daily time frame. Okay, so the daily time frame right now is not yet tradable, so we have to see a clear trend from the daily time frame so that we can be spotting opportunities in the H4 time frame to trade the pullbacks. So the next pair I will have to analyze is GBP USD, and I will have to start from the monthly time frame. So this is the monthly chart of GBP USD, and one thing we can notice in GBP USD is that after price reacted at this historic support level, we see here as the historic support level. In fact, from here all this move to the upside was created. Price also retested this level, created this impulse move. Price tested it the third time, created this impulse move, and it has been bouncing off that level. So from the monthly time frame, we are having a bullish like structure. Also, after the market made this first breakout, we started seeing some form of high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Sorry, that was a mistake. Let me draw it again. After price found this low here, we had this high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. But we see that the momentum at which price is pushing to the upside is not that aggressive. It is not that aggressive. Okay, so we should have that in mind. So let's drop down to weekly time frame. Here from the weekly time frame, we can clearly see that price was able to break or to have a structural shift around this level. Okay, so after price rebounded off this level, it has been creating higher highs and higher low, higher highs and higher low, and was able to make a new structural shift to the upside, and then excuse me, and then price has just been ranging like this. So we can also see this. All right, so from the weekly time frame, after the market had a structural high, we see that it is moving in a channel. The pullback that is coming after the impulse is in a channel form. All right, so we should also have that in mind and then drop down to the daily time frame. So here from the daily time frame, this is the channel that we identified in that weekly chart. Let me clone this. This is the channel that we identified in the weekly chart. So we see low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So it is moving inside of this channel, and we recently saw price reacting at the resistance level of this channel here, but we are yet to see it drop significantly. So we don't know yet if price is going to break above the daily resistance of that channel. But from the daily time frame here, what we can see is that price has been moving bullish. Okay, price has been moving bullish, and as it is reacting at that resistance channel, if we see a break above, we'll be buying. But if price continue to drop below this immediate trend, and that means we should be looking for a short-term sale. So the key level we have should come from the weekly time frame. So from the weekly time frame here, one level that we have to keep in mind is this level here, and here is why. At this area where I dropped a horizontal line, it has previously served as a resistance level. It got also here, it served as a resistance level before it got broken to the upside. Here it served as a support, and here we are likely to see it serve as a support unless if it breaks to the downside. So we should bear that in mind. Let's now drop to the daily time frame and place it proper. So from the daily time frame, this is the right place it should be. So here we can see how price has reacted off of that zone countless time. From here it served as a support, it also served as a support here, and then here it served as a support. So as price is pulling back to that same level, it could serve as a support and bounce off. So these are the two key levels we have from the daily time frame, there and here. So we might be expecting a rebound very soon. So from GBP, from the daily time frame, we are still seeing market stock inside of this range here from the daily time frame. So we need to see the direction clearer before we start taking decision from GBP USD. So the next pair we have here is gold. So let's take a look at gold from the monthly time frame too. Monthly time frame structure on gold, it has been bullish. We saw that after we had this major breakout here, we have been trending for over 2 years now. So we can see this strong bullish trend here. So the trend of the market is strongly bullish from the monthly time frame. So let's drop down to weekly time frame. Here from the weekly time frame, what we can see here is a market that is making impulse, consolidation, impulse, pullback. After this impulse, we had this pullback. We had another impulse move now. So price is strongly bullish on gold from the weekly time frame. So let's drop down to daily time frame. Here from the daily time frame, we can clearly see that here this is the developing trend from the daily time frame. But then we just saw that price had a higher low, which is this area. Price is reacting off of this level, and that level shares a confluence with the trend line. Okay, so from here we started seeing that price is reacting bullish, but we are yet to make a new all-time high. Again, we are yet to break this resistance level. So from the daily time frame, we also have these two levels as a level we are watching to see price break. Okay, so if price break above, then the bullish trend continues from the daily time frame. If price breaks above here, the bullish trend continues. So I'm going to change this template to bullish. So if price breaks above that level, then the bullish trend continues. If not, we are likely going to see some form of short-term decline. So we are also bullish on gold. So the next pair we want to check is BTC USD. Now BTC USD from the monthly time frame, we can clearly see that from the monthly time frame, we've been having I'll start from here. We've been having series of higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So the structural move on BTC USD is strongly bullish. Now with this structure in mind, the last higher low that we had in this market was here, which that same level served as a previous resistance, which turned support. So there is a higher low, and that is around $75,220 level. So that is a structural level where we might have another form of pullback to before price continues higher. So let's now drop down to weekly time frame. From the weekly time frame, we can clearly see that price has broken this structure here. We had this high, we had this higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, but price has broken the structure. Okay. Okay, so that means we are now bearish. From the weekly time frame, we are bearish, and the support level that we have is this area that we've just marked out. If we change this to a line chart, we see that here price reacted nicely at this area. Okay, so that's a key structural level from the weekly time frame. All right, so price is dropping, and it might drop down to this $77,000 level. So let's take a look from the daily time frame. Here in the daily time frame, we can see that price is reacting at this high here. Okay, so daily time frame, we have this pullback highs. So price pulled back to that same level, and we expect price to drop. So in the daily time frame of BTC USD, we have emerging trend. From the point where price broke the the trend line support, we are now having an immediate trend that we are capitalizing on. Okay, so let's delete this since price has broken the weekly trend line and is bearish. So from the daily time frame, we have this immediate trend that we are capitalizing on. So from here, all this move to the downside was created. So as it is testing the trend line again, we also anticipate another form of bearish move. So we are capitalizing on this current trend. We actually have a position running in BTC USD. We gained the entry from the 1 hour time frame. So here from the 1 hour, we see that price pulled back from here. It also pulled back. So every pullback is an opportunity for us to sell. So that's why we are selling, and we have our stop loss just above the pullback, and we anticipate price to drop and give us some significant profit in returns. So BTC USD, we are having active position in BTC USD. We are selling BTC USD right now. So BTC USD is the only place where we have opportunity at the moment. So the crypto market is providing us with an opportunity. We've analyzed the US 100, and from the daily time frame of US 100, we've not seen an opportunity yet. Also on GBP USD, we've not seen opportunity because price is also stuck in between these two key levels. We take a look at gold, and we see that gold is yet to make a new high. So we are also stuck here, because if price doesn't break above here, it can easily collapse back. So we've not had opportunity in gold too, but in Bitcoin we are seeing opportunity from the daily time frame. So we have a trend which we are capitalizing on. So that's the market review, and these are the 4 pairs that will be trading this 2026. So I wish everybody a successful trading year. I will be keeping all these analysis updated on the channel here on weekly basis. Thanks for watching.